course, it was time for my computer to reboot, meaning that, yeah, stream finished, but we are back. Okay, so what we were trying to do was to let's close things. Was to what? This really fucked me up. We were getting the height of the application's menu to be the minimum y for the windows to use, which should be done on these hooks here. Right, so we were saying, yeah, exactly, we were here, we were saying like we are going to get the min y, and we are going to like use memo maybe, and this should be a number which should change on maybe what theme, probably, and root ref. Right, so now we should say return get computer style for root ref.current, and actually we should say something like if not current, return 0 by default. Right. So this is actually a string. I think I have a function which said like get numeric CSS value. Perfect. So we are going to say like height equal this, and we are going to return the numeric value. And we just need to pass this here. Maybe. I don't know. Let's check on the Electron side. So, right. Right, so this is not working good. For some reason. It is limiting. But at least we know that it's doing something. The question is why it's not working. Let's see. So we were in the manager hooks. And we are passing this, right? So we can get... Oh, wait, this is not the hooks that we want. We want the window manager hooks. We should know what the min y. Oh, yeah, makes sense, right? Because the root ref is the root ref of the window manager. It's not the root, it's not the reference for the application menu. So we're going to have to provide like more references so we can reuse them, right? So what we need to do is apps menu ref. We don't care if it's a div or not, we just need to have an element. So what we are going to do is return this as another reference that we need. And now from our window manager, we just need to pass a ref here as data.apps menu ref. So this is not accepting a ref. So what we can do is convert this to forward ref. And I think it was like it takes the props first and the ref second, which is really fucked up because the generic parameters are the opposites, right? So now we have to wrap this and provide a name. Something like that. And of course pass the ref here. Okay, so it looks like we actually care to be a div element, because if not it's going to give a type error here. So we just need to change this here and use this to calculate the minimum Y for the windows instead of the roof element, right? Okay, so this should work maybe. Let's try. I have a problem here. And see. Okay, if we create the terminal, it is now working fine with 21 pixels. So what is this overlapping? So the overlapping is basically due to the borders and everything, because as you can see, let's put it a bit bigger. So we have 19 pixels of height, but we have also 2 pixels of border, which is not inside this. So what we can do, let's see if I'm wrong. I'm correct. Box sizing, border box. How can we check? Actually, you know what? We don't need it. What we did like this, which is now giving the 21, which is correct. What we do need to do is just get the get bounding client rect height. Oh no, because this is already transformed with the zoom and everything applied, which is not what we want, the height. Okay, right. So if I do, I don't know, let's see, if I have the applications menu with box sizing with border box, will it work? I have a problem here, as you can see that sometimes that's not loud. I have to address this at some point. Yeah, it's not working for some reason. So what would be the difference of just doing, I don't know. Okay, yeah, no, it looks like this way of doing things was correct. Why is this not getting me the correct property? So we had 21, right? Go to the window. The window is 1, and you will see that our top is 16. Why? Let's just not memorize it. What we can do is maybe have a function and that's it. Something like this. Will this do any better? Okay, I have a chaos in my screen with the windows. I have to do something about this soon. Oh, okay. So it was because probably it was being calculated at some point, and with a maybe before applying the thing or something like that. So I think it's fine. We don't need to memorize it. We just can have this, and this should work perfectly now. Yeah. So oops. Okay. So we have this working now. What did we change? What have we changed here? So this, we are getting the values from the apps ref directly. We get, and we pass it directly, so it's not hard-coded anymore. The X is hard-coded for now. And it will be hard-coded, I think, unless we decide or we set that the apps menu can be on the side or something like that. So this is okay here. In the window manager, we have to pass the reference coming from here, so this is also okay. I'm not sure that even this is needed. Let me just remove it and do it again. But it looks fine. It works fine, even if we don't have a box model with border, because I think it's by default like that, maybe. Yeah, it's by default border box, so yeah, it was not needed, so yeah, we don't have to change the CSS file. What else have we created? We changed here, so we had the applications menu, which is now, yeah, forwarding ref, so there's a bit of changes, but nothing much. And this is the rally. We don't want that, we don't want this yet. So for now, these are the changes that I need, but I need more. Because right now the position, the default position, which actually comes 0, it comes from server side. Well, I always say server side because of like working with APIs and things on web app, but it's actually the Node.js process, right? The Electron main process, which is called. So yeah, we need to fix that. We don't want an active position, like initial position, unless we want to remember the position, like restore a previously position, which probably I'm going to do later. So basically what I'm doing is setting this managed window data as optional, meaning that if the browser receives a position it's undefined. We need to provide a default position. What is going to be this default position? It's going to be, and I was creating at the beginning on like 00, like top left of the desktop, because now we have the apps application menu. I was setting it to 25 just so there's no overlap, but it actually needs to be read like something else. And what I'm going to do is create the window in the middle of the desktop. If we create a new window, it's going to be always in the middle of the desktop with the given size. So we need the size of the desktop, and we are going to pass the monitor for this. I don't like relative imports. I mean, because if we have to move something later, it's going to always be changing. So I always do something like this. And then Alt-Shift-O and auto sorts the imports. So now we have access to the monitor context data. So we can say that the bounds, we can actually create a function. Let's create a function. Create a function, get bounds, and it's going to get the monitor. It's going to get the size, which is a size. And instead of getting the type directly from here, I'm going to just get it exactly from where it comes, which is window data. And we can say window data size, and then the position is going to be the same, window data position, and it already knows that it's going to be optional. And I could as well, like the same, I can define the return type, like, okay, this is size and position, that's what defines the bounds. But I know that, for example, this is going to be manage window data bounds. So we can say, okay, we need to return something which is exactly the same as this. Yeah, so this is what we need to return. So basically we do something like if the position exists, we just return size and position, right? If the position doesn't exist, we have to calculate and return something like x and y, right? Constant. Let's put some placeholders for now and do the same with y, and then we return the term, size, and x and y. So now we don't have any errors, and we can replace the bounds with this data. And we can get back the position here, because now we don't need to put the default value here, revert. And the monitor comes from here. Right? So now this code is correct, it's going to ignore it, it works the same as before, it has a default of 00. But what we want to do is to put it in the middle, which is basically a super basic calculation, which is the monitor dot width minus the size dot width, and that leaves us the unused space, and then we just divide by 2. And we do the same with the height. I think it is that, right? So we can test it. So now we have get bounce and it's been called, blah blah blah. So if we test it here, when we create a new window, it should be open in the middle. And it's failing because get bounce. It's failing. Okay. Am I returning it properly? Sometimes also it happens that the code is actually not properly updated. So let's just see what it's doing. So we can go to create window. And see what's happening. And probably I think what is going to happen is that because the get bounce function was memoized with use callback, maybe it was like the changes were not applied. So yeah, we don't have position, but we have the size, and the monitor is undefined. Okay, because we are not passing it, of course. Okay, yeah, it makes sense, right? Let's pass the monitor. So use create window is used by hooks, and we can see that we have an error here because we are not passing the monitor. So now this should work now. Right, so now we have our window open on the middle of the screen. And it's on the middle of the screen, it's not in the middle of the available desktop, because yeah, it's not considering this. But I think it's completely fine for now. So if we open a new window, it's going to be over it. I have a better implementation for this. I mean, a better implementation idea for this, which is like if we open any window should have a type based on its kind of executable. So if we open the window here, the window is going to be open here, but if we move it here, once the window is moved, it stores the last position. So now when we open the new window, it should be open in this position, but we don't want it open exactly in the same position because now we don't see the overlap. We can apply a small offset like this, and maybe open it here, like yeah, this something like this looks fine, and it's going to be the same. Like if we don't have the rally, okay, we have these two positions, and if we open the rally, it should open it in the middle of the screen. But if we open the second rally, it should open like here, like kind of applying the same offset. So this will be nice, but yeah, I don't know. Do we want to do this now, or maybe we can do it later because it's not urgent? But yeah, at least we have this working fine. So we can say like avoid overlapping windows with the apps menu. So what this is including is wait, what was the previous comment? Move Windows limit logic to the window manager. Yeah, okay. So now we have avoid overlapping windows with the apps menu, which is the one applying yeah, all of what we staged before, right? Like getting the minimum Y and so on. So this is working fine. To avoid, it's part of avoiding the overlapping. So we just going to put this create window change here, and we can say returns the bounds for the new window. If a position is given, use it. If not, place the window in the center of the screen. Right, yeah, so something like that. And now I like these changes. This should be included too. This needs to be included as well. No, this is from the rally, so that has nothing to do with this. The position here now is optional, which basically we are not going to provide for now and until we start tracking the last position of each window. So now we don't have to provide initial data for the position, and that is it to this change. Now do we want to start tracking the last window? This can be tricky. Actually, you know what? Because that requires to add extra events, like to update the main, because every information that we are going to save needs to be saved by the main process, but the update happens on the browser. So we will have to invoke via IPC, like something, a new command that says something like update window position, and then we need to pass the type of the window and the bounds, and then it gets stored on server side. For now, server side, well, the main process is going to work like, okay, I just store it in memory, so when I open the next window, I know where to open it and how to open it. But if we want to preserve, like, okay, if we shut down the computer, it needs to be maybe stored somewhere. So, and because we are simulating a whole computer, that somewhere should be probably some file in the computer, so everything is get a bit more realistic. The same way as we have EDC, like it has the host and the apps menu. The apps menu, for example, defines the applications here, like the Windows Start menu or something like that. But instead of using links, it's using just a small JSON file, which right now we cannot read because I don't have any kind of cat or edit command. I think I don't, right? I do. Yeah, if I do this, I don't have a cat first, which should be pretty easy to implement. But yeah, any case, that's how it works. So, or we do it now, like everything at once, or we just set a to-do and improve it later, which is also completely feasible. But in that case, what do we do? I'm just saying, very tricky for me is this position does not align perfectly, and it's because I think of the borders for some reason. I think I want to fix that, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I was thinking about a very stupid problem, but now I'm fixing on a even stupider problem, I think. But I think it's very easy to fix, maybe? I don't know. In any case, I have this pop-up menu implemented here. So when an item gets open, we pass a position. I think that is calculated here. Like, if it has children, is it? I don't remember how was it done. So we have pop-up menu for render children, and the position is calculated here, so we can just apply a small margin. The same way that like horizontal margin is also not applied. So what we can do for now is I'm going to I don't know why even this. I need to put this 0 and see what happens. Doesn't change anything. Maybe because it was 0 from the beginning. So for example, if I put like -2 and then margin x2, which I think it's the border itself, just work. Why? I mean, it's clear that I want this element to appear a bit higher and a bit to the right, so it does not overlaps. Maybe. I mean, to the right maybe it's not needed, but a bit right, a bit up. I want it, right? Right, most of the people is not even going to notice about that, but I noticed. How do we do it? Position. What's the margin even working? So the margin, I think it's rendered here. Yes, it is used here. So it should actually be correct. What's happening? Position hooks. Can check. Like if we put it here, maybe. We have the props, and the props are not passing the margin. Yes, they are. Okay, so okay. Right, so now we have it where we want. Do we? Maybe I can send it to the right a bit. Yeah, this looks correct, but because of the colors are how they are. No, like, I don't know. It looks a bit better, but it's not perfect yet. Like, not 2 pixels, it's 3. I don't know why. It's considering the I don't know, padding as well, something like that. Where this 3 comes from? Maybe this was the value. I was playing with 2, but the value was 3. I'm not sure. And I'm thinking. I am a bit blind here, to be honest. I wasn't even expecting that. Like, what? Why the hate is not being considered here? Sometimes I wonder even if using JavaScript or like HTML was the right choice to create this. Probably not. But I feel like it's the easiest way to create the terminal and the styles and the windows, maybe. I don't know, maybe it would have been easier with something like Godot. But I clearly know that everything has its pros and cons. But now I'm stuck with this. I want to finish this implementation anyway, so yeah. Okay, I don't want to actually be stuck here, to be honest. Let me just try a few things quickly. Let's lately I find myself like thinking a lot and not doing. Probably everything will be better, like just try something quick. That's what I'm going to try to do. So let's check in the pop-up menu. The item is the one that is applying this margin. I don't even know what's the margin here. Like, we have this margin. Yeah, exactly. As I was thinking, it's not a number. What we can do is apply a default value here, like 0. This one. Now, It should be okay to work, I guess, but still, it's like, why? So if we do this, we are going to get like margin 0 is y. What is the container? The container is everything. So basically, we are like reading values from the theme, but oh, okay, right. There's nothing here. The container is this. I want to check what properties does it have. We don't have a UI pop-up menu padding. Like if we go to this element, this should have some like padding or whatever, right? We have some padding here, which is pop-up menu item padding. Which is the small padding from the UI, which is 3, which is fine, okay. It should be 3. But this is getting us nothing. So that's, I think that is our problem, that it's not recognizing the 3 that we need. So when I set here a hard-coded 3, it works. How do we fix this? We get all of the properties, but all of the properties here are not variables. How to get a variable? I get complete styles. Can we get variables from here? If we do get complete style variable, don't remember. Okay, so let's get properties. I'm doing the correct way of doing it. It's not getting it. Why? And then the name of the property is exactly container in this case. The manager. We are still in it. Why? What happens if we just try to get it from %? Like not anywhere. And as UI pop-up menu padding, it's a property defined on the desktop level, which is I think this one. And it's not really one of these variables, I think, like UI pop-up menu padding. No, yeah. Oh, no, it's not UI pop-up menu padding. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It needs to be pop-up menu padding. But this also gives me nothing. Pop-up is padding. Pop-up menu items padding. This one, right? This is the one. Just because I had the wrong name. Okay. If we put this, I don't need to hardcode anything, and it should work fine. So if we reload the page really quick, I don't even need to reload the page, but the problems I always have. Loading breakpoints. Now it is showing where it needs to show. And should we also apply it? Apply it to the, I don't know. For now, I guess I'm going to leave it like this. In Windows 10, the menu is showing even inside of the previous of the parent pop-up. So some things I like to do usually is to check my what do you say, references. For example, XCFE in the 2000s, we can see how the EUIs were defined. So for example, okay, nice. Right, so I think it's a bit overlapped. So I guess we're fine. Let's see if we have any other pop-up menu over here. Doesn't need to be XCFE. It can be, I don't know, KDE in the 2000. For example, this screenshot has a pop-up menu, but I don't want to check a video. This is Windows 98, maybe 95, probably 2000. I don't know. Windows 2000, yeah. So it's a bit overlapping the parent, right? So we can even remove a bit of the, like, I don't know. This is very small detail. I don't think I have to worry about this now. Let's check just like this is Windows 2000. Let's check just how was it done. KDE. And if I was using always like GNOME. So this is KDE, and it is overlapped. It's copying Windows completely. Let's check how was it done on GNOME. And why I'm looking for the 2000 year. It is because it's what I want to base my everything on. So there is no context menu. Is a context menu? Yeah, with pop-up menu probably I'm not going to see anything. Yeah, we are getting close to it. But I don't see any children being open, so I can reference. Oh, here it is. Maybe it's too small, but yeah, it has like 1 pixel or 2 pixels of overlap. I think we are right. Like we are okay for now, right? Let's leave it like this for now. Right. Yeah, looks good. I'm gonna leave it like this. For now, I'm going to commit these changes because it solves kind of what I wanted to do. But I feel like these changes are belonging to maybe the pop-up menu per se. Right. So let me just commit it here. Trick if you don't know. I use Rebase Interactive a lot because I still have not pushed all of these changes, right? So I just want this commit to be part of this. I just committed like something in the start, so I see which one belongs to. So we said that all of these changes, we don't want them yet, so I'm going to stash and Rebase Interactive with this one, for example. And now I can fix this commit here. So I like to see like this is aligned, which is the confirmation I need to put the hash, the commit in the right position. And now it fixed it. So I can just stash pop so I don't forget. And now everything is pretty, is beautiful, it works, it is committed as I wanted. And I have my apps menu working. So about tracking the position of the window, it's outside of this scope, which I can put in a different commit, in a different PR. For now, this feels like it solves what I wanted. So let's double check that everything works fine. How is my hamster doing? Sleeping? Yeah, let's double check that this works fine. Let's go back to Electron. And we can see that yeah, it works fine. By the way, the configuration, I said that it's being read from a file, configuration file. That configuration file is initialized on the machine, on the Windows, on the, sorry, not Windows, on the startup of the machine of the player, on the file system. And it's right now, it's hard-coded here. So if, for example, we wanted to, let's say, let's show like another entry under games, and just to make it work, we can just set the same, right? Something like that. I cannot just reload the window. I have to restart the executable because it is on process side, and every value, I mean process side, like server side of Electron, doesn't have hot module reloading. So we can check here, and yeah, it works. So we can open Rally, and we can open Rally 2. The title of the window actually comes from the executable. It doesn't come from the label of the menu. Good. And yeah, that is how it works. I think we made this. going to revert the changes here. And I think we are ready to push this branch. Unless I have other changes, which these are related to the rally, these are related to the file system. Oh yeah, not here. This is related to some task, file system to handle links, small comments. Yeah, I think we are good. Let's push. Let's push. I don't remember what is shown, so let me just push very quickly. 1 second. Because I think it shows the URL of my repository, which I don't know if I want to make public yet. I think it's not really hard to find, especially on nowadays internet. But why not? Yeah, I can actually show the application meanwhile, right? Why not? What it's doing now, it's like running all of the unit testing before committing or like pushing. Yeah, it shows the URL, so I did good. I did well. We are back again. Oh, look who's here. Look who is here. Chang. He wakes up to drink water. It is a weird thing on hamsters to kind of drink water that much. But yeah, here it is. He takes a bit of snack. It's his midnight snack for him because hamsters sleep at day and they wake up around, I mean, this hamster wakes up around like 10 and spends a lot of time like checking all of his hair and making everything pretty. Look how cute it is. I should move my streaming category to pets and animals or something. I need to improve. So I know nobody's watching at me, but I need to kind of improve a bit the stream. What is the organization with the windows and so on. Oh, and now it's going back. Let's track it a bit. I need to, yeah, I don't know. Yes, it's not a bad start. And there it was. Yokosuke. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. So yeah, I want to make it better. I don't know if it will be good to stream like in 1440 pixels instead of HD, because I know that like text and everything will be smaller. But yeah, maybe it will be easier for like checking multiple editors and checking code together and so on. So I think this PR is ready. We can merge it and focus on a different one. What were the things I wanted to do? I wanted to do like easy things on the stream, because I have to go back to managing IPC messages, internal APIs of the system and everything. It's going to be very complex and a bit boring for the stream. I wanted to make here like small clock, like Windows, and or like I was going to say Windows style, but literally every operating system has it. Like a clock that is updated automatically with the game time, which doesn't need to be necessarily the real time. What else? Oh yeah, the window manager. Sorry, the theme for the window manager, because I also have like a dark theme instead of this light, like very boring theme. So I wanted to make a select or something like that. So those might be good ideas to follow up. But because it's the first day and actually there's literally nobody watching me, I guess I stopped a bit. And yeah, take some time for myself. And I will think if I want to stream later. Maybe also a good idea will be like to stream on Twitch at the same time. Yeah, I'll think about that. So I'm going to configure it, and maybe today, like it's 4 p.m. right now, maybe around 6 I can go back. Yeah, that is it. See you guys. See you nobody.